Hundreds of years ago, we're talking all the way back to Aristotle, people believed that light was white and colors were just slight modifications, until the brilliant Newton in 1664 walked up and disagreed. After many experiments, he was able to prove what Donald Duck is about to explain.
Did you hear that note? It came out blue. All right, all you cool cats. Now back to the lecture. Now, you know something? Without light, there is no color. All right, turn out the light. Hey, up there, wake up. There, you see? Nothing. Without light, it's nothing. And without light, how do we know what this is? A tennis ball or a rutabaga? So, now let's have some light on the subject. Aha! An orange, maybe. Maybe. A large plum? No. A head of lettuce? No. Now, we put all the colors together. Red, blue, and green, which gives white. I'm surprised. Isn't you? Of course you are. Now we can see what we got. A juicy red apple. Whoop. That just proves one thing. Never eat an apple in the dark.
Newton discovered the color spectrum. As Donald Duck represents, he could only see his apple in the light. And now, in all seriousness, this simple idea caused a huge change in the way people saw light and how they began using light as a tool specifically in astronomy. Just as Donald Duck figured out his fruit under the light, in a larger perspective, astronomers began using light to determine what planets are made of, since essentially light is color.
Well, if you think about it, there's only one way to look into the wider universe from Earth, certainly the universe beyond our solar system, and that's to gather the light from distant stars and planets. And there is an immense amount of information contained within that light. It's a powerful, gigantic object. Many years ago now, stretching back to Newton and even before, we looked at the light from the sun, and after Newton we found a way of analysing it by splitting it up into its component colours. So with a prism, essentially making a rainbow of the light from the sun, just as nature makes a rainbow of sunlight using water droplets. And this is a picture, a modern day picture of that rainbow. Now, rainbows, of course, lots of different colours from blue all the way to red, but when you look at the light from the sun in a laboratory and you're very careful and you put it through a very precise prism, then you see that it's not just an array of colours, it has dark lines in it. All these black lines crisscrossing the rainbow. What those lines are the signatures, the thumbprints, if you want, of the chemical elements themselves. See, what happens is you'll know that an element is a nucleus with electrons going around it. And each element has a different nucleus and a different arrangement of electrons. What happens with the light from stars is that the light shines through elements in the star's atmosphere. So elements like hydrogen and oxygen and helium. And because those elements have different structures of electrons around their nucleus, they absorb different colours of light, very specific colours that correspond to moving the electrons around in very...
What we just observed is a paradigm shift. People's view on light altered completely. They no longer saw it as a useless tool like before Newton's discovery, however as a powerful scientific tool that they could use to make the greatest discoveries, and especially in astronomy.